Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first attempt to make an envelope just out of a bank envelope that you get when you go to the bank. I actually have plans on making this my envelope for my vacation because I actually would love to go to Scotland. And you know, if you go with this company, this is the price. So I'm going to have to save for a while. But I get these magazines, flyers, brochures sent to me all the time. So I thought, why not use these beautiful pictures and make a drab envelope that comes straight from the bank, you know, with your little money in it. Why not make it beautiful? So I've already cut a photograph out and I've cut it to size, but I didn't like how this is angled down and I will lose half that space. So I just used the back part of something that I wouldn't have used anyway, recycled it, kind of like a kickoff of my friend Becky, who has her own YouTube channel called The Radical Restart. She reduces, reuses, and recycles a lot of stuff. And so I've kind of cut this one to fit. And even though it might not fit perfect, that doesn't really matter because when I tape it, I can adjust it to how I want it. And of course, this isn't going to be the best video in the world because, you know, it just isn't. So I thought, I would like to do the river cruise. So we could put that right there if I wanted to. But I've already cut out this. I know it's not Scotland, but it's a beautiful photograph. So we're just going to sit that right where this is covering that. And we're going to put the river cruise right there. Even though it's not going to fit the best, we're going to make it work because it can be stuck to this binder underneath because it is plastic and it's just easy to stick. So we're going to cut this piece off. I always save that because I like to use it as the stopper. So we're just going to pull our little piece, cut it, line this up as good as we can. And if it's not perfect, it doesn't really matter because it's not perfect. So there's one, and I got a couple crinkles in it, but you know what? I can live with that. And then here's the other, and of course I didn't make it long enough, but that's okay. So I'm going to have to put another piece on anyway. I might have to do 3 pieces for the other side. We're just going to sit that right there. And I hope you guys can view this pretty well. I've got dogs in their crates thinking it's okay to make a bunch of noise. I've got the dogs outside who are my dogs that protect my chickens. And if you've seen my channel, then you've seen my Great Pyrenees. That's who's out there barking. So we got that done. And even though I'm going to go ahead and tape over this, I'm going to take a blade and cut underneath there. Just so it, oopsies, got a piece here stuck to my book. But that's okay, because we're going to get it off. There we go. And you know what? I'm just going to use that to tack down this here little piece. That way it's tacked when I go to bring out the bigger piece. So I want, oops, maybe I shouldn't have tacked it down. That's got a bubble in it now. Like you said, don't always have to be perfect. Right? Right. Because it's for a reason. It's just recycled. Let me see. That's going to have a big bubble in it. Alright, packing tape. Let me do what I need to do before you. There we go. And it's not perfect, but I can live with it. And then there's them two pieces. And then I have one more to go over here. And I'm just going to leave that extra on there, because then that will actually give it a stronger base. And I'm sorry if I'm not talking very much, because this is my first time making one of these. So I'm excited. We'll just do that. And then look how beautiful that is. I'm glad I got this idea from Becky off of the Radical Restart. This is amazing. So I'm going to show you. Now I forgot to put the Scotland on. You know what? Let's see if I because I don't want to cover up that. So we're just going to put this on here sideways. And it's going to work. Why? Because I said so. Let's put it like this. And we're just going to cut that green off right there. When I cut the rest of that off, and that was a pretty big piece, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to trim this now. I had a bigger pair of scissors, yes, so we'll just trim this right off right here. I'm going to leave a little bit because I like to have the added security of the tape being on there as a binder. To hold itself together. Now, these scraps, they can just be twisted on themselves and set to the side. So, there it is. Now, for under here. I'm gonna mash this down a little bit, make it adhere really good. And now for this side right here, I don't have a razor knife or an X-Acto knife, but I do have a sharp blade right here. And if I can just get a little crack in there, I'll be able to get this little blade up under there. Ta-da! There we go. And all these little pieces that are sticking up, they can be tucked down so they're not catching on anything. So there's my very first little envelope for my vacay fun. I'm so excited. And I don't have much to put in it right now, but I have these $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just slide them in there, and look at that. It just tucks right in there. I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed my little video. I'm not for sure how long it is, but I hope you enjoyed that, because I'm excited. Got so much plans this summer. I'm going to add just one more little piece of tape. You know, just a little more tape. It's just going to bind that edge just a little bit more on itself, because it's got a little sticky right there, if you can see. So there we go. If I wanted to, I could put something right there, a little half photograph or something. Let me get my papers that I have taken off, and we can see what we can see. And let's just put a vine. Will the vineyard fit? Oh yeah, should fit good enough. Let me see what else we got. I've got a lot. I just have some cut out already. What about a 5,000 in cash? We could do that. I've been saving this stuff because you never know. We'll just trim this other words out, and we'll put this $5,000 roll on some sort of background. We'll just use this black right here. Make that pop. Hopefully I cut it long enough. I don't think I did. If not, we can always cut another piece. That's all. Here we go. Save that black little piece for something else to make it stand out. Here we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sorry, I'm just concentrating. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. Around this edge up here. We'll put that right there. And you know, I think I want to trim it down just a little bit to match, almost match this other piece right here. There we go. Okay guys, now let's see. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to fold this over now. And we'll smash it down a little bit. I don't have the fancy tool, but this pair of scissors handle works. There we go. Now it's all covered. How's that? That's beautiful. I love it. I am so excited. I can't wait for my friend to see this video, because she's going to be like, Dana, you did such a good job. I'm so excited. Good times had by all. But I am fixing to get off of here. I just wanted to share this little snippet. I will come back at a later date and we will put it in my binder. I'm hoping, if you guys get a chance, please go check out Becky's channel, The Radical Restart, because she just made a folder to hold her homemade envelopes. And you know, these are just from the bank, like I said earlier. Hers are prettier. They're dark green, but she made hers, and then she was using it in a happy planner that wasn't big enough, and she ended up making her own holder, and it turned out excellent. So if you guys want to check that out, please go check her out. I'm going to try to link her page here. I try to do it all the time, but I don't have the best, I'm not the best at editing yet. So anyway, if you guys liked what I just did, it's just from a magazine, tape. I mean, I think I paid $6 for all this tape and the cutter. And I actually use my little metal ruler. I got it from Hobby Lobby for $1.99, and I'm going to show you real quick how I cut these photographs out. Let me get one. Ooh, that's beautiful. Let me get one that, if I mess it up, it ain't that big of a deal. So I just take the ruler and I lay it on the edge where I want to cut, right? And then I hold the ruler down and I grab this page and I cut the perfect edge. And then I do the same thing on this side. And it's easier than trying to cut it with the scissors. Now, I don't know if that'll work for everybody, but look how good that is. And it was just tear, tear, and tear. So anyway, you guys have a great evening. Check out Becky's Radical Restart. And I think I'm going to be stuffing envelopes pretty soon. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you for watching. If you liked my content, if you have any questions, do drop them in the comments, because I do look at my comments. And I'll let you go. Thank you for watching the Idle Homestead. Have a good evening. Bye, everybody.